Okay, so today we will be discussing about the midpoint theorem. So, what is a midpoint theorem? If we are having a triangle, let's say this is a triangle ABC. This triangle is having three sides, that is AB, BC and AC. Okay, these are the three sides of the triangle ABC. If we draw the midpoints of AB, that is, let's say it is E. E is the midpoint of AB. E is the midpoint of AB means the point E is dividing AB into two equal segments, that is AE will be equal to BE. Similarly, F is the midpoint of AC. That means the point F is dividing AC into two equal segments AF and FC. Then according to midpoint theorem, the line segment joining the midpoints of the two sides of the triangle. First side is AB, second side is AC. So by midpoint theorem, E and F are, E is the midpoint of AB and F is the midpoint of AC. So we can say that E and F are midpoints of AB and AC. Then according to the theorem, the line segment joining the midpoints of the two sides, that is EF, will be parallel to the third side. EF will be parallel to the third side of the triangle, that is BC. AB is the first side whose midpoint is E, AC is the second side whose midpoint is F, and BC is the third side. So this line segment joining the midpoint of two sides AB and AC, EF will be parallel to the third side BC, and this EF will be half of the third side BC. This is called the midpoint theorem. So now I will be writing the statement of midpoint theorem. So this is the statement, that is the line segment joining the midpoints of two sides of triangle, that is EF, is parallel to the third side BC, and it will be half of the third side. That is EF is parallel to BC and EF is half of BC. Now, so we can get a question based how the question will come in the exam based on this theorem or based on the proof of this theorem. So I am just stating the question. So the question will be like this: show that or prove that the line segment joining the midpoints of the two sides of the triangle is parallel to the third side and half of the third side. You will not get the statement like show that the given prove the midpoint theorem. You will get the statement of the midpoint theorem, and you have to identify by looking at the statement that this is, in this question we have to prove the midpoint. As we have done the previous question, in this question also proving question, the figure is not given to you. So you have to draw the figure, okay, and you have to assume the vertices by yourself, and you have to write given to proof, and then you will start the proof. So first of all we will write given and we will draw a figure. So I will draw a triangle. Let's say this triangle is ABC. ABC is a triangle, and E and F are the midpoints of the sides AB and AC. So only this is given, so we can write in given E is the midpoint of AB and F is the midpoint of AC. Now what we have to prove? We have to prove two things. First part, we have to prove that EF is parallel to BC, and in the second part we have to prove that EF is equal to half of BC. Okay, understood? So how we are going to do it? First of all, we need to do the construction in this question. So we'll do the construction. So we will draw a line parallel to AB from C. We will draw a line parallel to AB from C. Suppose this line I have drawn, it is parallel to AB and from C, vertex C. Okay, intersecting EF produced at ABC. D is not there, D. So if we produced EF further, so this is intersecting this line at vertex D. Understood? We have drawn a line from C which is parallel to AB, and or we can say CD is parallel to AB, and which is intersecting the EF produced at D. Okay, now we will start with our proof. So we will take the triangles. In triangle AFE and triangle CFD. Triangle AFE, this triangle, and CFD, this triangle. These two triangles we will see. So in these two triangles we can see that angle EAF, this angle and this angle, that is EAF and DCF, will be equal because they are alternate interior angles. As we know that AB and CD are parallel lines and AC is the transversal which is intersecting the two parallel lines. So therefore the alternate interior angle, this is forming an N. I have already told you that this is an alternate interior angle. So this angle and this angle, these alternate interior angles will be equal. Okay. Secondly, AF will be equal to CF because it is already given that F is the midpoint of AC. Therefore, AF will be equal to CF. Angle AFE will be equal to angle CFD. AFE will be equal to CFD. Why? Because they are vertically opposite angles. ED and AC are the two lines which are intersecting at point F. So the vertically opposite angles are equal. Okay. So by angle side angle congruence, ASA congruence, we can say that triangle AFE is congruent with triangle CFD by angle side angle components. Okay, and if this is the case, then we can say that AE will be equal to CD by CPCT. Okay, and EF will be equal to DF. This is also by CPCT. AE is equal to CD, AE is equal to CD, and EF is equal to DF. Okay, and we already know that AE is also equal to BE, because E is the midpoint. AE is also equal to DE, because E is midpoint. AE will be equal to BE because E is the midpoint, okay, of AB. So we can say from this, what can be said from equation number 1 and 2. From equation 1 and 2, we can say that AE is equal to CD and AE is equal to BE. Therefore, BE is equal to CD. If the left hand side of the two equations are equal, then the right hand side will also be equal. AE is equal to CD and AE is equal to BE, so CD will be equal to BE, or BE is equal to CD. Hope you have understood. Okay, so BE is equal to CD we have. Okay, now BE is equal to CD and BE is equal to CD and BE is also parallel to CD. Why? Because it is given that by construction AB is parallel to CD, so BE will also be parallel to CD. In the quadrilateral BEDC, or we can say that BCDE. So BCDE, one pair of opposite side is parallel and equal. Therefore, we can say that quadrilateral BCDE is a parallelogram. Why? Since BE is equal to CD and BE is parallel to CD. One pair of opposite side is parallel and equal. Therefore, the given quadrilateral is a parallelogram. Okay, and if this is the case, then ED will be parallel to, or we can say EF. Rather, if ED is parallel to BC, so EF will be parallel to BC and EF will be equal to BC, because opposite sides of a parallelogram are parallel and equal. Therefore, EF will be parallel to BC and ED will be equal to EF will be parallel to BC. since ED is parallel to BC, therefore EF is also parallel to BC and ED will be equal to BC. And ED is equal to BC we have already proved, and one more thing we have proved by CPCT, that EF is equal to FD. EF is equal to FD. So we can say that EF is equal to half of ED. EF is equal to FD. This and this are equal, so we can say that EF is half of ED, and since ED is equal to BC, therefore EF can be written as half of BC. Why? Because since ED is equal to BC, so we can substitute the value of ED as BC. So therefore we have proved that the line segment joining the midpoints of two sides of a triangle are parallel to third side, that is EF is parallel to BC. This is the first part we have proved, and it will be half of the third side. This is the second part, that is EF is equal to half of BC. Okay, understood?